Will, when you were approached with this project, what were you thinking about? First of all, I have to ask. Sorry. What did you think when I told you that I wanted a plant on the front cover?
It was surprising. It felt really boring, especially after seeing your first few books. It's like you want a plant. Like we have fire and stone on the other ones, but this one you just want a plant. And once you talked about it some more, it made more sense. But
it does make sense in the end. I
don't know how much you want to spoil with that, but it's a talking plant, right?
Oh,
quote unquote talking.
You know what? We can let's just go ahead and do a small reading.
Yeah.
As far as spoilers, this happens within the first page.
Okay,
so we don't need to go very far. At least it's starting to warm up a little, Kip commented. The sun is out longer and longer each day. Yes, I nodded sagely, as if I really had some sense of this planet's seasons. Kip seemed to enjoy it when I acted old and wise, though I spent most of my time asking questions like a curious child. Spring is right around the corner. I feel it too, said Chuck the talking plant. He often chimed in to agree with me. Of course, we plants always know about that stuff. Now, I feel it's my duty here to clarify something about this situation. Chuck is not actually a talking plant. There's no such thing. Chuck is a regular plant. Kip is insane. So that is the story of Chuck the talking plant. He's not really a talking plant.
It's all in the guy's head,
right? The guy talks to the plant, and the plant talks back, and he tells other people what the plant said. And I've always said that I base a lot of my stories off of real life experiences.
Right, what you know, right?
Exactly so.
So
where I got Chuck the talking plant is I had a plant named Chuck that I would talk to.
So you're the crazy guy.
Yes. Sometimes you don't have to go very far to find the crazy. But yeah, I would, and there was a reason why I wanted Chuck to be the symbol of survival, because he would travel with me. Okay, I'd put him in the passenger seat of my car when I go on, book tour trips, and I would buckle him in, right? And we would go, and I would talk to Chuck. And then one day I was down at my parents' helping out with some ranch stuff. I brought Chuck with me, and I had him sit outside the car to, get some sun and whatnot. And some cows came by and ate him. Right down to the roots. And then I took it back to my mom's.
Lance, it's time for me to go. I found somebody else.
So yes, Chuck was then eaten by cows, and then we took him back to my mom's to see if there was anything we could do, because she's a plant guru, ultimate green thumb. And we left him outside, and the wind came and just blew it across the yard. And so we go and find this dried out, tattered root that once was Chuck, and stick him back in some dirt. He was fine. Bounce back, no problem. And that is why Chuck is the ongoing symbol of survival. Is you just can't kill him with frost or fire or cows. Anyways,
I would say the cover was probably in dire straits when I found it.
Yes, that was. We'd actually used a couple different artists up to that point for a lot of the other covers, and they did fine. But this one, nobody could capture the plant.
Yeah, they weren't quite hitting the mark on things.
No, and it was the plant, and everybody was like, "Oh, we could do something else." I'm like, "No, I want the plant. I need somebody, and anybody who could do the plant."
Actually, I couldn't hit the mark the first few times, from what I remember. Hey, Jake, can you bring up my monitor? Is that working right now?
All right, so we're gonna look at some earlier drafts of the Price of Survival cover art. And to be clear, I told him that I wanted a plant in a pot that was in trouble. Yeah. Okay. However, you show peril of a plant, and also that it was a banana plant, kind of a broadleaf, almost tropical type, but again, having some issues.
Yeah. So I think when I first started on this, I didn't have the pot. I didn't have that in the brief that was given to me, and so this first thumbnail is actually my favorite. but it did not communicate what you wanted at all. And I think that's when it cleared up. It's like, oh, we want this something with the pot breaking or whatever. And anyways, I just wanted to show this because I realized I had them. And so, and there's
that's way cool. I haven't seen these in years.
Yeah, there's a process to this, and so it was a fun project to work on. I've always wanted to do more illustration. I've always leaned into the motion graphics and visual effects more than my illustration. So
I'm about to have more questions on that. I just want to make sure that this gets finished first, but that does actually sound fascinating.
And so this was a kind of a first step for me with kind of a direction I would like to go later on. But yeah, I know you don't. A little bit later we can talk about that. But
nice. Were we able to get these images up, Jake?
They're up.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, I said these were some of the earlier ones. I love that you found the perfect Dawes. That's the eyes in the background. That's Colonel Dawes.
Yeah.
Just somebody dark and relentless, right? Just this guy. Yeah, this guy will kill you if he thinks it's right. And do you have it on here, the finished project?
Yes, I do. So I even have some close-ups. So
boom.
Yep, there's the finished one there.
Oh yes. So yes, that was perfect.
And I believe you wanted the kind of the flashes of light, like almost like it's going to explode because it's a war. Confession, I haven't read the book. So, I do need to read the book. I've read parts of it. You gave me a few parts as a way of creating a foundation for the piece and everything. That's not unusual, by the way, for the illustrator.
I know. My feelings are not hurt. People tend to have their focuses, and I realize that if you spend all your time on art, you probably aren't spending all your time on books like I did.
Yeah. So
so no, I appreciate your specialty and the skill it created.
And to show for you for a bit, I've heard nothing but good things about this book. So I need to sit down and read it. So
absolutely. But I did want to show more of an imminent danger to the plant, which again was something other artists just couldn't quite even wrap their minds around. Yeah. Like, what is he? Is he running from a bus or something? Like, well, what are you even talking about? Yeah. But yeah, you managed to show this very elemental. And that's kind of what the Taniks are. Those are kind of the bad guys in the Priceless Rival. It's a very raw, elemental kind of destructive magic, and I think you captured it perfectly.